Today we're looking at two words. They seem simple, right? Delayed and canceled. But there's actually a surprising amount of power packed in there. Think of this as like your fast track to getting really clear on these, which helps not just with English, but, well, with handling real life.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more than just, learning new words, getting this language right. It's actually critical for making decisions, just getting through the day sometimes. And even, believe it or not, for how you think about your big life goals. We're pulling from Teacher Sam today, who has some really great practical tips we're excited to dig in.
Okay, let's do it. Let's start at the beginning. Lay the groundwork. First up, delayed. What does that actually mean? Think about ordering food, maybe? The source uses this example. Restaurant says 30 minutes. Okay. Then they call back, sorry, order's delayed. Gonna be another 15 minutes. You're still getting the food. Yeah, just later than you thought.
Exactly. That's the core of it. Delayed means it is going to happen, for sure. Just
Usually.
later than planned. It's not gone. It hasn't disappeared. It's just been pushed back a bit. Like Flight 215 is delayed by 2 hours. Bad weather, maybe. Plane's still coming, just, 2 hours later. Or maybe your delivery's been delayed. It'll arrive tomorrow. You're still going to get your package. The key thing is it's still on its way. Still happening.
Right. Okay. I get that. So delayed equals later. What about the other side of the coin? When something just isn't happening, like at all, that's canceled, right? The source mentions a concert, you book tickets, you're excited, then bam, email. The event is canceled. How does that feel? It means no concert, you're not going, it's done, finished.
Precisely. Canceled means it won't happen, period. It's gone, it's stopped, it's totally removed from the plan. So if Flight 389 is canceled, well, you're not waiting. You need a different flight, full stop. Or the dentist calls, sorry, your appointment is canceled. You can't just show up later. You have to reschedule and make a whole new appointment. It's off the books.
Okay, so the source gives us a really simple rule, kind of a mental shortcut. Delayed, late. Canceled, gone. That's pretty clear, isn't it? Delayed means still coming, just taking its time. Canceled means nope, not happening, completely stopped.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it gets really practical, interesting, because the difference isn't just words. It affects what you do next.
That's right.
In real situations.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the airport again. You hear, Flight 342 is delayed. Weather problems. Okay, so you wait. Maybe it's 2 hours, maybe 4, but you're still planning on getting on that plane. But what if you hear, Flight 342 was canceled? Huge difference. Now, you're not waiting for that flight. You're heading to the counter trying to get a refund or maybe scrambling to book a totally different flight. The action you take is immediate and completely different.
Yeah, that's a big shift. Or like school, teacher sends a message, class is delayed by 30 minutes. Okay, so instead of 10:00, you go at 10:30 out. Simple adjustment. But if the message says class is canceled today, well, you stay home or make other plans. Totally different outcome.
Definitely. Or the doctor's office example. They call, your appointment is delayed, the doctor's running a bit late. You still go, right? You just, expect to wait a bit longer in the waiting room.
Right. Bring a book.
Yeah, exactly. But if they call and say, your appointment is canceled, the doctor is sick, well, then you don't go at all. You have to call back later, find a whole new time slot. It requires rescheduling.
And online shopping, too. We've all been there, right? Tracking a package. Message says, your delivery is delayed due to a shipping issue. Annoying, maybe, but okay. It'll probably come tomorrow or the day after.
Yes, wait.
But if it says, your order is canceled due to stock issues, that's it. You're not getting that item.
Nope. You'll get your money back, hopefully, but the thing you wanted, it's not coming. Different problem, different solution needed.
Okay, so this distinction has real, tangible consequences in everyday life. But let's go a bit deeper now, beyond just the practical stuff. How does this connect to like our mindset, our lives?
Well, this is where it gets really powerful, I think. Connecting it to your goals in life. Sometimes, our dreams or ambitions, they can feel delayed. You put in the work, you study English, you try hard at your job, but maybe the promotion doesn't come or fluency feels far away. It's really easy in those moments to feel like things are canceled, like your life goals are just not happening.
Yeah, I can see that. It feels like a rejection.
It does. But the source makes this beautiful point. Your dreams are not canceled. They're just delayed. That shift in thinking. Delayed doesn't mean denied. It just means not yet. That's huge. It reframes struggle as a temporary pause, not a final stop sign. It keeps hope alive.
That's a really important perspective shift. So it's not just about English words. It's about how you frame your challenges. Why else does this difference really matter? Maybe more than we think.
Well, Teacher Sam points out about 4 really key benefits. First, Clarity in communication. Obvious? Maybe, but crucial. Understanding and using these words correctly prevents misunderstandings. Big ones, sometimes. You know what's happening, others know what you mean.
Less confusion, less frustration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Second, it builds confidence in real-life English. When you use language accurately, especially in tricky situations like travel or appointments, you feel more capable, more authoritative. That builds self-belief.
Makes sense. You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Right. Third, and this is important, power in emergencies or plans. Imagine a job interview gets pushed back. The interview is delayed by an hour. Yeah. If you misunderstand and think it's canceled, you might just leave and miss a massive opportunity, right?
Wow, yeah. That one small word difference could change your career path.
It really could. Little misunderstandings can have big ripple effects. And fourth, emotional intelligence. Recognizing the difference helps you understand people's feelings better. Canceled plans often lead to genuine disappointment, maybe anger, delayed plans, more like stress, impatience, but often still hopeful. Understanding that helps you react appropriately, connect better, choose your own words more carefully.
Okay, that covers a lot of ground. So for everyone listening, how can you really nail this difference, make it second nature? Like, what can you do practically day to day?
Yeah, great question. The source has some really genius suggestions, as it calls them. Practical ways to practice. First one, listen for it in real life. Actively pay attention. News reports, travel updates, even customer service calls or vlogs. When you hear delayed or canceled, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, is this thing happening later or is it totally off? That active noticing really helps.
So turning everyday listening into a mini lesson. I like that.
Second, write mini dialogues. Just short, simple conversations using the words like, hey, is the train still coming? Yeah, but it's delayed, maybe 15 minutes. Or, what's the picnic today? No, sadly, it got canceled because of the rain. Try writing, say, 5 little exchanges like that each day for a week. It forces you to put the words into context.
That sounds doable, gets you actually using the words. What else?
Third, practice on language exchange apps. Things like HelloTalk or Candom. Chat with native speakers. And don't just chat randomly, specifically ask them, hey, can you give me an example from your life when something was delayed or when something got canceled? People usually like sharing little stories, and those real personal examples, they stick in your memory way better than textbook sentences.
Oh, that's clever. Using the community aspect makes it real.
Totally. Fourth, watch movies or TV shows with subtitles. Look for scenes set in airports, train stations, doctor's offices, schools, places where plans change. Listen for delayed and canceled. Read the subtitle. Maybe even try saying the line out loud afterwards. It's called shadowing. It helps tune your ear and your pronunciation.
Good tip. Using entertainment for learning.
And the fifth one, use it in your daily journal. Keep it simple. Every day, maybe write one sentence. My bus was delayed this morning. Made me late. Or, I plan to go to the gym, but I canceled. Just too tired. Making it personal, connecting it to your day, your feelings, that makes the vocabulary unforgettable. It's not just memorizing, it's integrating it.
Right. All these methods seem to focus on making it personal, contextual, and active, not just passive learning. So let's bring this back finally to your own journey with English.
Yes. And this is really important. If you're listening and you feel stuck, maybe you feel like your English progress has stalled or even gone backwards. Remember what we said about dreams. You are not canceled. Your English learning is not canceled. It might feel delayed. Maybe you've been trying apps, classes, books for ages, and fluency still seems far off. It's frustrating. We get it.
Yeah, that feeling is real.
But every single effort you make counts. Every little bit of practice, every conversation, every word you look up, it's all building towards something. Like that delayed flight, it might take off late, but it's still going somewhere. You're still moving forward. And you're not starting from zero, remember? You're starting from all the experience you already have.
That's a really encouraging way to look at it. Okay, and before we wrap up, you mentioned some bonus vocabulary to deepen the knowledge a bit more.
Yeah, just a few related terms that add a bit more nuance once you're comfortable with the main two. Postponed usually means delayed, but often to a specific future time. Like, the game was postponed until Sunday. You know when the new time is.
Okay, more specific than just delayed.
Right. Rescheduled is similar, moved to a new time or date. Our meeting was rescheduled for next week. Again, usually implies a new plan is set. Then there's suspended. This means stopped temporarily, but maybe for an unknown amount of time, like the train service is suspended due to repairs. We don't know when it'll restart.
Okay. Temporary stop, but indefinite.
Called off is just a more informal way to say canceled. They called off the wedding. Sounds a bit more casual. And aborted means stopped before it was completed, usually because of a problem or danger. The space mission was aborted. These are good to know eventually, but honestly, mastering delayed and canceled gives you like 90% of the power you need in most everyday situations. Start there.
Fantastic. What a journey through just 2 words. So, recapping. You now really understand the core difference between delayed and canceled, late versus gone. You've seen how crucial that difference is in real life, affecting your actions and emotions. You've got a whole toolkit of genius methods to practice and make these words truly yours. And maybe most importantly, you've got a new way to think about delays in your own life, including your English journey.
Absolutely. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. Getting this right isn't just about passing an English test. It's about clarity in your daily life. It's about confidence when you communicate. It's about navigating the world more effectively. And yes, even about holding on to your biggest dreams.
So powerful. Okay, here's your call to action, your homework, if you will. First, pick one of those practice methods we talked about. Just one, try it today. Second, write one sentence, just one, that uses both words, delayed and canceled. See if you can make it make sense. And third, find someone, a friend, a family member, a colleague, and teach them the difference. Teaching is the best way to learn, right?
It really is.
Because remember, your English journey is not canceled. It might feel delayed sometimes, but it's still on the way. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.